Hello party people, I am back. Today's reading is going to be a little bit different. I've been feeling called to do something a little bit more structured here on YouTube because normally the way that I pull cards, even when I'm pulling for myself, it's just kind of raw energy, and I kind of just pull to see what there is to see. If I have more questions, I'll ask more questions. If I'm curious, you know what I mean, I'll explore it. However, I've been wanting to do something a little bit more structured because sometimes just pulling, especially for like a collective energy, pulling, sorry, I'm a little off kilter here. I'm like preparing for this. But sometimes pulling for a collective energy can just be a bit much because not everybody, like if I'm pulling for myself, the raw energy and the kind of just like pulling on the raw threads is fine because it's like I'm following one thread of energy, which is my own. But for a collective energy, it's a little bit more difficult, and so I don't necessarily articulate things the way that I would like. The readings don't necessarily, I don't know if they're as effective as I'd like them to be. And so while I kind of figure out some spreads and some ideas for that, I was just thinking, you know, to kind of like ground myself but still be able to do readings. I'm gonna do a pick a card reading. Now this reading is going to be how is your person thinking and feeling about you at this time. There's going to be three piles to choose from. I haven't had them set up yet. I'm going to go off camera and do that. However, I think this will just be 144 on the timer. I think that this will just be like a nice little reset, and then I can spend some time kind of trying to, I don't know, it just feels nice. It feels like a nice little reset while I kind of spend some time trying to figure out exactly how I want to channel and pull on collective threads, because again, when I'm channeling for myself, very easy. Collective threads a little bit more chaotic because there's a lot more information coming in at once. And I don't have as much practice channeling for collectives as I do for like individuals. Individual threads of energy are a lot simpler. So I think that this is just going to be good for me for now. I will still continue to do regular collective readings. However, like this is just what I want to do today. It feels fun. I've been doing a lot of them because I have a Lemonade account, and there I only post pick a card readings, not videos. I don't do videos, but I just do like the picture slides for the pick a cards. And that's really nice. I like that. And I've been like getting quite a few of those together, and just like, because the way that I do it is I'll like channel the energy, write everything down first, and then I'll go back after I'm done actually channeling for the cards, and then I'll take the pictures later. So I've been doing a lot of that the last couple days, so I'm just in the spirit of a pick a card. So sorry for all the yapping. I'm gonna go pull these piles off camera, and then we'll get into it. These are the piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. Sorry, I just grabbed the deck that I'm going to use for clarification, so I'm trying to put the box away. I'm using the Fountain Tarot for clarification. Okay, so here we got for pile number 1, we got, for the oracle cards, we got chaos and we have obedience. Obedience talks about following rules, having order to things. Chaos is talking about clearly chaos, lots of drama, lots of harsh situations. We also have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords here. What I'm getting is they see you as somebody who is moving away from their chaos, moving away from their drama. I'm not quite sure what they did here, but it's giving the sense that somebody did you wrong, somebody broke your trust, somebody crossed a boundary, and instead of kind of wallowing in that, you ended up just leaving, moving yourself away from it. You're like, I have so much more potential, like I have so much more to offer, I have all these ideas, I'm not gonna sit here and let you keep me, let you keep me tied up. Because if you look at obedience here, it's giving the Two of Swords. Even in the card, she's holding a scale, she's blindfolded, she has that sword. She's not physically bound, but if you see her dress, it's pretty tight and it's kind of wrapped around her, and she also is blindfolded here, and the scale is not balanced. Right, so someone here ended up breaking your trust, crossing a boundary. Potentially for some of you, this was like a cheating situation. Just a lot of drama, a lot of chaos. Someone was trying to cause chaos in your life, or did cause chaos in your life, and how they're seeing you now is somebody with a lot of potential who decided to just pack up and leave instead of dealing with their shit. You decided to leave instead of dealing with their nonsense. So that is what I'm getting at this time. Let's get into clarification here. How is this person perceiving pile number one? How is this person perceiving pile number one? King of Pentacles out here. They're seeing you as somebody who's very grounded. Six of Pentacles as well. Very balanced. Very much so secure. It's giving very secure, grounded energy. We also have the Eight of Pentacles here. Somebody who's willing to put in the work, who did put in a lot of work to be this grounded, stable person. They see you kind of as an authority figure. Authority? Authority, that's interesting. Tell me more. Okay. So they see you as somebody who is currently healing. Obviously, they did something here. I'm kind of nosy. I kind of want to know what they did. Grab a new deck. Trust your intuition. I know this is backwards because I'm using my front-facing phone camera, because I don't have any way to kind of see if I'm in frame if I do it the other way around. But this is a Mystic Mondays tarot. Oh, my dream is to create my own tarot deck. I really want to do that. Right now I'm in the process. I'm going to start posting that on TikTok, but I'm in the process of creating my own oracle deck using I have like a couple hundred note cards that I used while I was in massage school for my MBLEX exam. And I just made them to help everybody else study, but they helped me study by making them, and right now I'm turning them into an oracle deck, so that's cool. But we're gonna get into this. What did they do? What did pile number one's person do? What did pile number one's person do? Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's giving we have the Sun here with the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And in the middle of this cards is the Three of Cups. They had you in some sort of third-party situation. The Sun is coming out here as your energy, and the Page of Wands is coming out as the other person's energy. This is them in the middle. So they were juggling you and somebody else at the same time, and instead of like, you're like, I actually deserve better than this. Like, you broke my trust, they see you as healing from this. They see you as somebody who's not willing to take less than what you deserve. They had you in some sort of third-party situation with somebody who kind of resembled your energy but wasn't quite the fully formed thing. I feel here that you've done a lot of work to be this balanced. I'm getting emotional maturity. Even like the way that you walked away from this situation was mature. It's giving you know your worth, which is really interesting, because on one of the other piles, I haven't pulled for them yet, but I saw one of the oracle cards, and it said self-worth, and that's what it's giving. Like, you knew your worth, and instead of trying to compete with somebody, you can't compete where you don't compare, right? So instead of trying to compete with somebody that's not even on your level, not to say that this other person that they were involved with isn't a wonderful person, but like, you know that you're up here and you weren't willing to like drop yourself down to that level and try to compete. Like, competing would have pulled you down back to that level, and you've already passed that, you've already surpassed that. And they see that, and they notice that you've kind of, they noticed the second you walked away. They were like, oh, like, I really thought I could play with them like this, and that clearly didn't work. We have strength at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, they see you as somebody who is healing, who is healed, actually. They see you as somebody who's healed. They see you as somebody who's evolved. They see you, like, it's really giving, like, they see you as somebody who's also, like, been through a lot, and they don't understand how you still have this light. Like, they see that you're stable. They see that you're balanced. They see your energy, and they're like, wow, like, this is somebody who's healed. This is somebody who's done the work to heal. This is somebody who's still so full of imagination and still so full of love and so strong, and yet they've been through so much. How do they do that? How do they still keep, how does pile number one still keep their glow, their energy, all of this energy, their light, after everything that they've been through? Like, they just can't seem to understand how you are just so magnetic and so full of life and so full of happiness and so grateful, honestly, for things when they've been in this similar positions, or even positions that weren't necessarily, like, I know trauma is subjective 100%, but positions that they don't deem as like horrible or as bad as, or as hard as some of the stuff that you've had to go through, and they still have trouble keeping their light, or they don't know how to keep their light up, and they're like, wow, like, this person has this, like, it's giving like moth to a flame. Well, those just jumped right out. Okay, just wanna check. They see you as starting a new beginning. They see you as starting over. They're like, yeah, they're starting over. Like, they don't even need me. Collective doesn't even need me. Yeah, collective never needed me. Like, yeah, okay. So we have the Four of Cups out first. They are sulking. They are sulking. They are sad. They're like, dang, I missed out on a good thing. They fucked up your connections. We have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as somebody very nurturing. They see you as the divine feminine. You don't have to be a woman, but they see you in your like divine feminine energy. They see you calling in all of these things and nurturing everything around you. Like everything around you in their eyes just seems to flourish. Even if you don't see it this way, this is how this person sees you. They see you as the ideal nurturer. They see you as somebody with a lot of potential. They see you as someone with a lot of fertile soil, a very fertile garden, fertile soil. And they see the connection between you guys. They're sad about having let this connection go, or having gotten caught up in whatever this other situation was, because now they're seeing you and they're like, wow, like this person is so abundant. There's a lot of Pentacles energy here, because you also got out the 10 of Pentacles, well, 10 of coins in this deck, but 10 of Pentacles and Justice. So they see you as somebody who's just in their bag. They see you as somebody who, like, literally, like, once you left, it was like, oh, they didn't really, like, even need me. They didn't really even care for real. Like, it was never even like that for them. It was never that deep for them, because they were going to be good without me anyway. I'm getting that they're feeling very insecure about who you are. That might be, let me dig into this third party energy again. That might be why they put you in whatever position they put you in before with this third party energy. It doesn't necessarily even have to be another person. It could be substances. It could be or like a romantic person. It could have been cheating. It could have been substances. It could have been even choosing something else over you, choosing even their ego over you, choosing anything that they put over you that ended up with you being like, oh, I need to walk away now. Whatever they chose, whatever they did that made you pull away, it was something that they put ahead of you, something that they put before you, in front of you, or something they were just not willing to give up for you. Give me some more information here. I think I'm sensing for a lot of you it was a third party, like, yeah. Yeah. So for a lot of you, it was the other woman. What is it? I don't even know that song, but yeah. And I don't know why I sang it like that either. But it was somebody else, actually. Yeah, it was somebody else. We have the Tower here as well. And then we have the Hermit here as well. So whatever happened with this other person and you, force them to go inward. Force them to look inward. I'm getting that they were acting particularly, like, specifically if it was like a cheating situation or a third party situation of any sort, they were thinking with their dangling. It's giving lustful. It's giving lustful instead of mature. You were looking for a mature, emotionally mature partnership. And maybe they even are someone who is mature and emotionally mature. Because, I mean, just because they did a bad thing doesn't necessarily make them a bad or underdeveloped person. However, I think this other party, this other person made them feel more mature, whereas you didn't. Like, for you, they felt more like a page or a knight. But for this person, they felt, it made them feel better, bigger. It's giving that they were just very insecure about, they were feeling very insecure about standing next to you, because again, they see you as the King and Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles. Like, they see you as somebody who is very deserving, very abundant, very, 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 very grown, very mature, very nurturing, very like in their energy, like in their, the sun, like just glowing, just very much so magnetic, very much so like they're in awe of you. It's giving like celebrity, like they like you're somebody who comes off with very like celebrity energy to them, and they were feeling very insignificant, very, very insecure. So they potentially self-sabotaged with the Tower here. They self-sabotaged with something else. They put something before you. They self-sabotaged instead of meeting you where you're at with the King. I don't know why I'm doing this. Instead of meeting you where you're at and being the King and Queen of Pentacles themselves, the King of Cups, the King of Wands themselves, and trying to match your energy, they self-sabotaged it. They self-sabotaged. And afterwards, they're distraught about it. They're sad about it. And they have to go within and be like, wow, like, why the heck was I so immature when it came to collective? Like, why was I so immature? Why did I do that? It's forcing them to kind of look at themselves the way that they destroyed this connection. But yeah, they see you as somebody just essentially, I don't know, like I'm getting just like glowing. They see you as somebody who is just glowing. What else can you tell me before we wrap it up here? Yeah. They really just acted, whatever they did here, they acted out of ego. It was honest to God, all ego. They're not ready to come in with any sort of offer or anything like that, because they're still putting in the work on themselves. They've only just begun, is what I'm hearing. They've just begun the work on themselves to get better, but they, like, you are their muse. You are their muse. You are their inspiration. The way that you handled yourself in this situation and just the way that you carry themselves the way that you carry yourself makes them want to go within. Because especially the way that you handled yourself after their self-sabotage, when it seems like you just kind of cleanly disconnected. It doesn't seem like you threw any kind of scene. Doesn't seem like you let them even like walk over you or anything of that nature. It just kind of seems like a clean break. Like you saw it and you were like, all right, like that's my cue. Time for me to leave. And they just see you as somebody who's so abundant. It's like, it's giving, I want to be you when I grow up. Like, I want to be collective when I grow up. You really, like, they are in awe of you. You really are an inspiration to whoever this is. And like, they just see you as someone with just a very loud, wide, bright aura. Someone who shines really bright. They see you as the sun. They see you as Yeah, they see you as somebody to look up to. An inspiration. You're an inspiration. Alright, pile 1, that was your pile. I hope you enjoyed and got something out of it. I'm going to clear this spread and we'll get into pile 2. Not quite ready yet, but I was thinking as I was kind of preparing pile number 2, I heard something the other day and it's like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like sitting here getting everything ready, thinking about posting on YouTube. Maybe somebody needs to hear this and that's why it's coming up right now. But manifestation is literally just embodiment. I think her name is Mystic Abby. I followed her on YouTube first, or subscribed to her on YouTube first, but I found her on TikTok not too long ago. Like, she popped up on my TikTok and she had this video and she was like, yeah, I was wearing a different color dress earlier, but I wanted to wear a pink dress. So I went and I put the pink dress on. That's what manifestation is. That is literally embodying. And that's how easy it is to manifest. But yeah. Anyway, someone might need to hear that. Maybe it was just for me, but I felt like sharing it. But yeah, I'm gonna set up your spread, but also too, just want to put this in here as well. If anybody knows what crystals these are, I think this one's like, I think the one I use for pile 1 is like orange calcite. Maybe. I can't remember. I bought them a long time ago and I used to like keep the cards that that told me like what they were on them, and then in some move or something I lost them. So yeah, if anybody knows, particularly this one, because I feel like I can remember the name, like an angel something, I'm not sure, but this is pile 2's. Pile 2. I don't know why I'm like looking under. I know what it looks like, but particularly that one, because I've been wondering that for a minute. Anyway, let me get your stuff ready. Pile 2, you might be yappers, or whoever I'm tapping into, like how they see you, like the person who's viewing you might be a yapper, because now I'm feeling like in my yapping, like, I got a lot to say energy. It also might be pile 3 too, because as I was pulling for pile 3, I kept, like, I wanted 2 of the tarot cards from the Next World Tarot, and I kept just getting tons of cards out. And I was just like, I need 2. I need 2 specifically. I ended up settling for 3, but yeah, maybe it's because I'm like closer to that energy. However, we are going to lock in on 2. We're gonna lock in on 2. We're gonna lock in on 2. Okay. All right. If you chose pile 2, this is your reading. Pile 2, this person sees you as somebody who is full of whimsy. I'm very much so getting Aquarius energy. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like, oh, I might be getting Aquarius energy. I am. Because for your oracle cards, I pulled the High Priestess of Water, which is 4. Okay, 4s might be significant because I also pulled Playful, which is 44, and High Priestess of Water is 4. I actually dated an Aquarius for many, many years, and the number that I associated with this particular Aquarius was 4. Also, my best friend is an Aquarius, and she was born on the 4th. The guy I dated was born on the 5th, but my best friend's an Aquarius. She was born on the 4th, and she is somebody who is full of whimsy. She is a hippie. She is very, very whimsical, very, very hippie-like, but 4s might be significant. But the High Priestess of Water talks about going with the flow, changing, change happening, and not really being too stuck on anything. And Playful is about just being, existing, enjoying the ride. So that's why it's giving very much so Aquarius energy. They see you as somebody whimsical. They see you as somebody who is just kind of down for whatever, down for the ride. Also too, the Aquarius energy is heavy, heavy, heavy in this in this reading, because we also have the star here, which is an Aquarius card, number 17, and this is Uranus. I don't know how we actually pronounce that, but and then we also have the Seven of Swords here, which is escape, and Moon in Aquarius. Lots of heavy, heavy Aquarius energy here. They see you as somebody very whimsical, kind of head in the clouds, always dreaming, always imagining, not really too stuck on anything, kind of just going where the wind takes you type of vibe. They also could see it as some sort of like escapism, like maybe you're not interested in building foundations. You want to forge your own path. You want to set out on your own, do whatever you want to do, and kind of just float where the wind takes you. Like, I'm not being stuck. Like, look at this. It's giving a little bit snooty, but it's also giving whimsical, but it's giving like, I'm not going to be tied down to societal pressures, or like, I'm not going to be tied down. Nobody can put me in a box. And it's so funny because these buildings back here, this is like very obviously like some sort of town, but like they're all looking very boxy. But yeah, like nobody's gonna put me in a box. Like, I'm not gonna conform to societal standards or societal pressures. Like, I am who I am. It's very much so giving whimsy, which is also interesting too, because I actually took out my never mind. But yeah, very much so giving whimsy. They see you as someone very, very, very like very ethereal. Happy. Maybe a little bit absent-minded at times, maybe a little bit ditzy. Oopsie. But yeah, we're gonna get into this energy because I find that so fun and so interesting. What else can you tell me here? How does collective person see them? They definitely see you as somebody who's kind of like unattached. Like, you kind of just let things happen around you. You're very you're decisive and you know what you want. You're not what Aquarius is a fixed sign, so they're very much so like stubborn and stuck in their ways. Stubborn, it's giving stubborn. Very much so stubborn and stuck in their ways and very decisive. However, they are very unattached. Like, one thing an Aquarius will for sure do is give you a lesson in detachment. They see you as somebody detached. They see you as somebody who's able to make their own decisions and be kind of authoritative where it counts. Somebody who uses their voice to speak up. Because if there's one particular thing that I'm noticing about almost every single card except for the star card and the kitten playful card, is in all of these cards, if you look at his lips, they're colored. If you look at these lips, colored. Hers have color. Hers also have color. Somebody who's not afraid to use their voice to stand up for what they believe in, and very set in their beliefs, very set in their ways. What else can you tell me about how This person sees collective. Got the Queen of Swords again. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that they see you as somebody who, while very whimsical, you're using your detachment as a way to avoid looking within, as a way to avoid looking at the truth of something here. So again, we got the Queen of Swords again. Very much in your element, in your energy, very logical energy. Also too, if you see on her little, I don't know how well you can see that, but if you see here, there's a little butterfly. There's lots of butterflies. Again, very, very airy, very whimsical, very swords. But they see you as somebody who's very logical, but you kind of use logic to avoid feeling, to avoid your emotions. And also this is also tying into like the stubborn energy of it all, because it's like you're using your clarity and your logic, right? Except you don't actually have clarity. You're using it and you're being stubborn and stuck on this one particular thing. I don't know if you could hear that, but that's just confirmation. And not looking at all the ways, because you're so far detached, you don't even know where you are anymore. You're stuck on this one thing. The only thing you can kind of grasp onto is this one particular thread of what are we talking about? What is this person detached from? What is this whimsical person detached from? Okay. 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 So you're a little bit too far detached from reality. This person sees you as, okay, I'm getting that there's a lot of love here, there's a lot of care here, but they don't see you as somebody who is rooted in reality. You're kind of just living in your own universe. You're kind of detached from your heartbreaks. You're kind of detached from looking within to see, like, man, like, how did this affect me? How can I grow from this? How can I build from this? They see you as somebody who isn't actually looking as a way at a way to build a stable future. You're kind of ignoring your creative, nurturing, as somebody who doesn't tend to their garden, right? Or is very slow to tend to their garden. Someone who looks at their garden so little, it's almost untouched. You've got some weeds in there, baby. You got some weird weeds in there. You gotta weed out the garden. You may be somebody who likes to live head in the clouds, which is totally okay. But it seems here that you've kind of been neglecting earthly matters, putting down any sort of roots, putting down any sort of stability, holding on to anything that is meaningful to you, kind of shirking your responsibility to yourself and those around you, not holding yourself accountable because you're so busy trying to escape whatever this is, whatever pain that was caused, whatever happened. You're so focused on just like, I'm just gonna fill my cup, I'm just gonna be happy, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, without realizing that there are people around you that you're actively affecting, that you're actively hurting. I'm like feeling called to kind of like rub my chest here, like your heart chakra. Like there's pain here, there's real pain here, there's real emotion that wants to be expressed, but you are so logical. There's so many swords here, so many swords, so many like logistical things, and you're not really getting into the heart of it. Like, this is the Nine of Cups and this is self-fulfillment, but if you look at the heart, like, it has the cup in the middle, and there's all these other cups around this one central cup. There's all these other cups, and it's like you may be neglecting certain areas of your life that will give you more stability, that will give you more happiness, but because you're seeing this as like, because you're so Aquarius coded, you're seeing it as a constraint, when really it'll expand your reach, it'll help you open your wings further. But because you're in this mindset of like, I need to be free, I'm so whimsical, I'm this, I'm that, and the other thing, and like this just feels restrictive, you're seeing something as you're needing a perspective shift. You're needing a perspective shift. They definitely see you as somebody who is so set in their ways that you're not seeing all the other ways that you could be free, that you could be fulfilled. Because even though what you're doing currently is making you feel free, you're not really free. And that's what they're trying to say, is like, you are as whimsical and as wonderful and as beautiful and as free as you are, you're still a slave to your emotions. You're still a slave to your pain. You're still a slave to your wounding, because you don't want to look at that and you don't want to tend to your garden. You don't want to tend to your garden. That's so funny. I didn't know I had this in here. This is literally the list of like, or not the list, this is a card that essentially tells you how to use it, how to go about doing something, how to go about using the cards. Yeah. You're maybe somebody who's constantly wanting to start over. You're constantly just wanting to avoid any sort of conflict, any sort of mental anguish. So maybe there's escapism by substances, escapism by, just keeping your mind occupied, always starting something new, always like feeling very like, always feeling inspired to start something new and to do something new. But in reality, you're just trying to escape the mental prison that you put yourself in, not realizing that in order to escape this prison, all you have to do is go within. All you have to do is go within, but you're scared of what happens when you do that. What happens when I do that? Do I get stuck? Am I stuck? No, baby. No, honey. You're stuck now. You're stuck right now. You are stuck right now. And that's how they see you. This person, what I'm feeling is they have a lot of love for you, and they genuinely do care about you. But I think right now they're maybe seeing you a little bit more clearly than you're seeing you. Like, and they just, like, ultimately, they just want you to be happy and they want you to be fulfilled. And they can tell that even though you kind of put up this front of like, ooh, I'm happy, I'm whimsical, I'm this, I'm that, you are not really fulfilled. And they really want you to go within and kind of deal with these issues, weed out that garden, clean up that garden a little bit, and so that your flowers aren't being choked, right? And the butterflies can come and they can land on the flowers and they can pollinate, and the bees and all of that shit. Like, they want your flowers to grow, but they can't go in and weed out your garden for you. They can tell you like, hey, I see your garden's overgrown, because you're not looking at it. You're so busy traveling the world and doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Not necessarily like physically traveling, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're so busy doing other things and trying to keep yourself occupied that you're not even realizing that like your garden's overgrown, and you're acting like, oh yeah, like like I am free, I'm so free, but you can feel the weeds choking out your garden, but you don't want to look at the weeds, right? Because you're like, oh, that's kind of a lot of work, and then if I look at it, then I'm gonna be stuck here actually doing the work, and then I'm just gonna be stuck. I'm gonna be trapped. I'm gonna be, when you're currently trapped. You're currently trapped. You can only go so far. You can't start new things. Like if things aren't working out for you, it's probably because you're not looking at how you're not holding yourself accountable for how you're not looking out for you or working out for you. Like, you're not looking out for yourself, you're not looking out for your garden. How is your garden supposed to, like it's like you want to be self-sufficient, right? You want to be self-sufficient. You want to have your own little farmstead or like homestead, right? But you don't tend to the garden. You plant the seeds, but you don't tend the garden. Because you're like, oh, la, 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 la. Like, gotta detach from it. That's not how this ties back. That's not how manifestation works. Manifestation is embodying what you want to see. It's not just detaching from it. It's detaching from a particular outcome. Like, say I want, like, it's detaching from the specifics, right? It's detaching from the specifics. However, it's not detaching from it entirely. That's not how manifestation works. You actually have to put in the work. You can detach, but you're not putting in the work, and you're always like, let's plant a new garden, let's plant something new, let's do something new. None of these things around you are fucking growing because you're not putting in the energy and the time to make them grow. They all have the potential. There is a lot of potential here, but you're not looking at it in the right way. Sorry for getting all hippity hoppity. So I grabbed the Amenti Oracle. I think this is the first Oracle deck I ever got. But it's I listen to opposing opinions. You ain't listening, honey. You ain't listening. But it's basically a guidebook for wounded hearts. Okay. So I'm about to wrap it up. I just wanted to end it with these two because it seems like you're really avoiding this area here, this heart space here. You're kind of keeping yourself held back. You're holding yourself back. Again, with the water, I keep the waters pure. I keep the water, I don't know why I said true. I keep the waters pure. It's also giving very much so Aquarius. Okay, I was like, oh my god, like naked woman, but it's actually not showing anything. And then I do the best I can, right? So this isn't asking for perfection. I think a lot of the time, like when people are like thinking about accountability and taking accountability, they're thinking about like oh, I have to like, I used to say this in my past relationship with that Aquarius man. I was like, I don't actually need you to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like da 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 da. Like sometimes I just need you to be like, I didn't realize that I made you feel that way, or I didn't realize that this thing made you feel that way. It's not about getting trapped and sucked down by the emotions. It's about just acknowledging that the wound is there, acknowledging that the hurt is there, acknowledging that you didn't realize or that you were unaware. It's not, you don't have to drown yourself in guilt. You don't have to drown yourself in shame. It's just acknowledge that it's there and do the best you can. Do the best you can. Nobody's asking for perfection. They're just asking for effort. You're not asking for perfection from yourself. You may be. That may be an issue. But that's the thing. Like, don't expect perfection. Just do the best you can. But right now, you're not doing that. You're avoiding. So let me read these for you, and then we'll wrap up your reading. Sorry, I didn't expect this one to be like this. What? Okay, hold up. Let me find the... Do I have one of those things that tells me? Where each of them are? Oh, okay. Let me see. I do the best I can. $22. I do the best I can. The word best is considered by some to be the superlative state of a remedy, and with remedy being a treatment of dis-ease, the best outcome is clearly being healed. As we actively seek to heal spiritually, restoration comes in unexpected waves that crash over prior perceptions and misconceptions, allowing us the opportunity to evolve from darkness by becoming the best possible people we can be. However, in order to be, at times we must see. To seek a vision of self outside of ourselves, stepping backward to leap forward can be a helpful tool of transformation. Ancient Egyptians believed that the medium in which the world was created has its very own type of magic, and this magic eventually found form within the soul, residing within every human being. The soul was perceived to have 9 different facets, which were the physical body, the name or identity, the personality, the double or animating spirit, the heart, the shadow, intelligence, form, and a combination of spirits that have previously incarnated. Distilling the soul to its essence, we find the words mer, meaning light, which rotates itself around ka, meaning human spirit, and ba, as body or container of infinity. In understanding the Merkaba, I think it's Merkaba, the portal to ascension opens, and by coming into relationship with the tessellations of the soul's patterns and design, we find awareness and allow the dormant waters of the subconscious mind to flow into consciousness. The Egyptian word for magic, Heku, was defined as the god Heka, held to be one of the 3 within a divine trinity of the art of manifestation as embodied creativity. 47. When I looked up at the thing, I remember 4s and 7s. Heka was the embodiment of the magic of medicine and the enchantment by vocalization through song, poem, or prayer, as Hu was the deification of the magical first word of creation uttered by Atum, and Sia, the defied power of perception. Synthesis of these 3 spirits gives way to the notion of magic being a combination of creative force, the vocalized power of word, and the visualized influence of perception. Medicine and magic were at times interwoven and treated as one. The caduceus of medicine, with 2 serpents wound up a winged staff, originated with Heka. One of his myths speaks of a conquering of 2 serpents. Because of this, the dual intertwined snakes became a symbol of his power. Heka's symbolism was adopted for Hermes and Mercury, messengers of communication and communion with the divine. In embodying I do the best I can, one may seek to remember that the best may not always be apparent, but instead is a lens in which you can see what was previously unseen by making your own subconscious conscious. Allow the medicine of your own magic to find the beauty of the relationship within the constellation of your soul and the glowing aspects of your spirit. The words you speak, the songs your spirit sings, and the vision you seek as you come to understand yourself within your surrounding universe become very. The words you speak, the songs your spirit sings, and the vision you seek as you come to understand yourself within your surrounding universe become your very own portal to an ascended reality. As you do, so you are. As you act, you enable creation. And as you embody your best, you serve as a living star, glistening into the imagination of aspirants to advanced experience, as well as those who presently lack aspiration. You may need to find inspiration through your own celestial presence. I don't really feel like I need to say anything about that, because that was pretty straightforward, I think. Also, that ended on page 74. Just so you're aware. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm not going to read the whole thing because that last one was really long and this one is just as long, if not longer. But I will leave this in the description. But you will free yourself when you learn to be neutral and follow the instructions of your heart without letting things perturb you. This is the way of Maat. This is an Egyptian proverb. The path of self-inquiry and initiation into higher levels of thought and experience asks the candidate to make the unconscious conscious by exploring the abyss of the subconscious mind. Purification first comes through identification and diving deep into the waters of uncharted darkness, and the process of transformation begins. The depths of the subconscious may show us our demons, such as fear, hatred, and anger, which in turn manifest in the material world through detrimental actions like tyranny, fanaticism, and ignorance. As we look into this reflecting pool of unresolved trauma, we must be reminded that all we will ever see looking back at us is our own reflection. For the reflection to transform, we must as well. It is through finding love for the unresolved trauma and giving light to darkness and allowing the beating of our heart to transmute the images of the past that we clearly visualize that it is possible to move forward fluidly. Unlike Narcissus, who drowned in a shallow pool admiring his own beauty, this beauty, your essence, is a pure expression of truth, which can only spring from a cleansed subconscious. Pure beauty hydrates the soul and reflects light in every wave. Our nightmares then become dreams, fear becomes love, hatred becomes acceptance, anger becomes passion, tyranny shifts to democracy, fanaticism to philosophy, and ignorance to awareness. With a light and purified mind, even demons can transform into angels, and any prior perception of antithesis is now seen as what makes our life's thesis that much more profound. In making the unconscious conscious, each ripple of purity expands into the collective, allowing for more fluid evolution to flow outward with a feather heart, connected to all, but attached to nothing. Need I say more? No, I'm actually done because this is getting really long. But, yeah. Thank you so much, Pile 2. This was really, really fun to tap into and interesting to get into. I am going to go to Pile 3, clear the spread. So, thank you. Welcome, welcome. If you chose a Pile 3, I don't know why chose sounded so northern Canadian. I'm from Minnesota, but I don't think I really talk like that for real. And I live in the South now, so. Okay. If you chose pile number 3 and this is your message. So I'm going to preface this by saying I think I mentioned it like right before pile 2. But as I was pulling the energy, pulling the cards for this pile, I kept, like, I was keeping it to a 2-card maximum for the tarot itself, and I kept getting, like, piles and piles of tarot cards that wanted to come out, and so I had to keep pulling and keep pulling and keep pulling until I finally just got a decent amount. I ended up with 3. So it was giving kind of yapping, kind of yapper, but, or like there was something that they really needed to tell you, because even as I was shuffling, like, cards were coming out right away. It was like flowing, right? It was a lot, and it just kept going and going and going. It's like lots of correspondence. This may be somebody that you potentially had a lot of correspondence with, because even here I'm seeing like a lot of paper, a lot of stacks of paper. This is the 8 of Pentacles, but a lot of stacks of papers there, a lot. And then also for your oracle cards, I got message. So like this is about receiving a message, receiving an important message. But yeah, let's get into this. This is a lot. This person sees you as someone with a lot to offer. It doesn't feel like you see yourself this way. Like, I'm getting like it's very important to this person that you know that you are beautiful, wonderful. Like, you are that girl, that guy, you are that person. Like, so for your oracle cards, I got message, which again is about receiving a special message. You're about to receive some sort of communication, which could, crack my neck, which could potentially just be this message. I just got a notification on my phone. That's why I kind of like turned my head. But, and then, weird, because I don't have a cough. This is something maybe they've tried to tell you or wanted to tell you and haven't been able to tell you. But the self-worth card is like, do you see, essentially talking about how, like, do you see how wonderful you are? Do you act in accordance with how wonderful you are? Or do you act and treat yourself poorly and let other people treat you that way as well? For your tarot cards here, we got the 10 of Cups, which is happiness, long-term fulfillment. They see you as somebody with the potential for this, for long-term fulfillment, for long-term happiness. Someone they could potentially create this long-term happiness with. If you look at the cards, they have little words written down here, but this one's safety, and then also Mars and Pisces, 10 of Cups, and then the 8 of Pentacles, which is creation, and then the Sun in Virgo. They see you as somebody able to create long-term happiness, or someone they're willing to create long-term happiness with, like a long-term partnership with. Because if you see here in both of these cards, there's two people in both of them. So it's giving like they want to tell you that like they see you as this beautiful, wonderful person that they want to create with, they want to build with. We got Temperance here, fire and Sagittarius, Jupiter. Maybe y'all are in some sort of like separation. It looks like she's kind of like pouring out libations, giving offerings. Lots of tattoos. Earth Angel, I'm hearing. You know, for someone who had so much to say, this is the least clear message that has come through today. To be fair, I have done 2 other piles, but they're seeing you as someone they want to build with. You may be getting feathers, maybe seeing feathers as that might be a sign for you. Feathers. Let me pull cards. Let me pull cards. What else can you tell me about this? Okay. What else can you tell me? Okay. There it is. there's the yapping I was talking about. Yeah. Clarify the Eight of Cups for me, please. Yeah. See, I told you they were a yapper. I told you they had a lot to say. Holy cow. Okay, let me look at what we've got here. Eight of Pentacles again. Eight of Pentacles again. Putting in the work. Okay. Let me read this because this is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. This is definitely someone that you've been... This is definitely someone that you know or you've been involved with. Maybe someone you're not currently in contact with. Or you could be in contact with them and they're just scared to say this to you. Or wanting to, or thinking about it. My dog just farted. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is somebody here who is actively manifesting you back into their life. So this is somebody who you are not currently in contact with, but you do have a history with. Twin flame, potentially soulmate. Twin flame. I say twin flame specifically because I have this one drawing that I asked somebody once. I was talking to somebody once and I asked her, you know, if you had to draw my soul, like, what would it look like to you? And she drew me a thing with like 2 little flames on top. And as I was grabbing because I set your pile to the side and I had this paper here, I guess. And as I was picking it up to like lay out the spread and kind of look at it before, like off camera, the card was like the paper with the flames was still attached to it. And this is definitely somebody you either have past life energy with. It's giving twin flame. I don't know why. But they're like, do you even see how wonderful you are? This is someone who wants to build with you. And if this is somebody that you have met and you were with at some point in this is somebody that you have met, you were with at some point, and something happened. There was some sort of conflict. It doesn't feel super dramatic. It doesn't feel super toxic, but it does feel like there's a blockage, like something happened where you two are no longer in contact and they don't know if they should reach out or not. They don't know if you'd want that. They see you as the sun here and they want... Okay, so we have the... Sorry. They see you as the sun And then there's the Fool here and the Ace of Pentacles. They see you as somebody they want a new beginning with. They see you as somebody who brings them a lot of happiness, who has a very bright light. Someone with the potential for, again, long-term happiness, long-term. There's not, the only pentacles here really are the Eight of Pentacles, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles, which is new ideas and stuff like that. They have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of stuff they want to do with you. There's a lot of stuff they want to implement with you, but they're having a hard time deciding how they want to come forward towards you. But they're feeling very passionate about it. But they have decided that, like, they want you. And they're manifesting you. They're wanting to walk away from whatever happened here in the past, because they still see you as that soulmate. They still see you as the one. They see you as their forever person. And they're wanting to come rushing in towards you. They have so much they want to tell you. It's like giving, like, when you've been separated from your best friend for a long time, or you haven't talked in a while, and you're like, girl, I have so much tea. Like, I have so much I want to tell you. There's so much that happened. They want to work through whatever conflict happened between you, whatever happened that made y'all separate. Whatever conflict happened here that made y'all separate, because it's not giving that you guys are in any sort of, like, physical union. Whatever made you guys separate here, again, with the Temperance, like, it's giving distance, it's giving space, it's giving, because I know Temperance is a lot of, like, divine timing. It's giving, like, space. And then, like, you also have the Six of Cups here, which is, like, nostalgia, past lives. They're trying to, they want to walk away. They want to move away from and work through whatever issues that you guys had, whatever conflict happened between you. They still look at you very fondly. They still look at you like you're the one. And they're actively manifesting you back. Give me some more information on how this person is seeing pile 3. How this person is viewing pile 3. Because I get they're like, oh, they're trying to, like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I didn't mean to do that, like, let's work on this type beat. But, like, that's not, we're looking at how they see you. See you as somebody that they want to start over with, for sure. Woo. Sorry. Yeah, they want to start a new cycle with you. They want to start a brand new beginning with you. They see you as somebody who brings a lot of happiness to them. Somebody who is, again, Ace of Pentacles, again, with the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. They see you as someone they want to build with. They see you as their future. They genuinely do. Because we had the Ten of Cups, and now we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles twice. They see you as someone they want to build a future with, want to work with, want to be with long term. They want to marry you? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles just flew out. Yeah. They see you as someone who carries a lot. Maybe you hold on to a lot of past hurts, because I did see the Ten of Swords flip up, but the Ten of Wands actually fell out of the deck. They see you as somebody who keeps a lot of the past hurt and the past pain to themselves. You keep it inside, and you have a hard time letting go. You have a hard time letting go. The reason they haven't told you this is because they don't know if they come in if you're going to be able to forgive them or let this go, because they know that you carry a lot of past hurt, a lot of past trauma. They know you've been through a lot already, and they just feel so committed to helping heal not only the wounds that they irritate, the wounds that they cause by irritating your older wounds. They want to help you they want to come in and help you heal. They want to come in and nurture you. They want to come in and help you heal. They want to be the one that you depend on. They see you as someone they want to marry. They see you as the mother of their children, father of their children, they, them of their children. Like, they see you as their future. Like, they see you as their future. They see you as their future. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Sun, Ace of Pentacles twice, the Lovers out here as well, the Magician, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles twice. Like, they see you. They see you as they're like, that's the one. That is the one. But I know that they've been lied to in the past. I know they've dealt with a lot of shit in the past. And I know that I also did them wrong on some level. Are they gonna forgive me? They know your self-worth. They know what you're worth. They want to give that to you now. They want to give that to you. This isn't giving crawling on my knees, begging for forgiveness. This is giving I recognize how I hurt you. Let me be the one to help you heal it. Let me be the one to come in and help you heal. I realized what I did. I'm changing. I've changed, and I value you. I see your worth. I never meant to hurt you like that. I see all that you're carrying. Let me come in and carry some of this load for you so that you can be this Queen of Pentacles. So that you can, it's giving luxury, it's giving housewife, it's giving let me take off your heels, rub your feet, let you. I saw this video once, this is coming up, but I saw this video on TikTok once, and it was of this man and his wife is outside lounging in the pool, and he was upstairs working, and he comes downstairs to see her, take a break from his work, and he sees her through the window lounging in the pool, and he takes a video of her, and he's like, I just wanted to let you know that this is my inspiration. This is what makes me want to work harder so that you can have a life like this, so that you can relax and have luxury. He's not jealous of the fact, this person very much sees you as the divine feminine, and they're not jealous of the fact that you can just they recognize your role as the divine feminine in the relationship, and they want to nurture that. They want to nurture you, and they want you to know that they're not coming in to try to deceive you. They really are coming in to try to nurture you, because they know how valuable you are. It's this isn't the vibes. It's giving very much so counterpart energy. But when people are if you pay your employees a livable, decent wage, your employees will take care of you. If you take care of them, they'll take care of you. That's exactly how this person sees it. It's not what do you bring to the table. It's I know you're valuable, and I know your worth. I know you're my future partner. I know we're gonna build together. I know that I want you lounging. I want you happy. I want you bathing in luxury. And I know that you're gonna protect me spiritually. I know that we are gonna be in this together. I know that we're partners. It's giving equal partners. It's very much so giving twin flame. I know a lot of people say twin flame journeys are so toxic and volatile, but this is giving healed, evolved, wanting to be in union. This is giving yeah, I know I hurt you, or I know I've done some things. Again, it's not giving super toxic domestic situations. Like, it's just giving like it maybe didn't work, miscommunications, right person, wrong time. I've been hearing that a lot lately, right person, wrong time. But it's giving like maybe they weren't able to give you the life that they wanted to at the time, but now they're ready to come in. If this isn't somebody that you've currently met in this lifetime, this is somebody that you had a past life with who is ready, like who's seen you and is like, yes, like that's the one there, that one's mine, hands off, nobody, nope, that's mine. Tell me a little bit more here, because they really have good energy about you. Yeah, so like if this was somebody that you've actually like been with in the past, like in this lifetime, they realized how their actions have affected you. They realized that they realized how they could have made you feel less than, and they're really, but they know now who you are. They recognize you. It's giving like divine masculine who got their shit together and is now awakened and has decided how they want to move forward. Oh shit, I didn't even realize the Emperor came out here with the 5 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, it's giving I'm no longer sulking on whatever bitch ass energy that I had in the past. Like, I know that I fucked up in the past, like, yeah, cool, whatever, but I'm the Emperor, and I know exactly what I want now. I see exactly what I want, I know exactly what I want, and I'm going for it. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to give it to me. I'm going for it. Where before they weren't quite there, they were a little bit maybe more the businessman here. It's the King of Pentacles. It's giving more like practical. It's giving maybe a little bit egoic, and like I also have the 5 of Swords here as well. It's like, I know that I was in my ego. I know that I was, you know, doing this, that, or the other thing. I know that I didn't recognize you, but I see you. I understand it, I recognize it, and I just want to give you the life that you deserve. Like, I'm not hung up, I'm not stuck up on any of that energy anymore. Like, I see you as the magical person that you are, the star here. I see you as my wish fulfillment. I see you for exactly who you are. Like, this is giving, like, and they're willing to defend that. They're willing to put in the work. I don't know who this is here. Again, we have the High Priestess and Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. They know that they walked away at some point, or you walked away at some point. Maybe they walked away. It's giving like, I was a runner, I ran, I didn't realize, I didn't know. This is definitely divine feminine, divine masculine. This is a divine masculine who's like, okay, like, I know what I want to go for it, but I'm not 100% sure if you're going to accept that, but I'm willing to defend it. I'm willing to defend you. I'm willing to defend us. Maybe there were people around them at the time that were like, no, this is not your person. Like, just heavy deception energy, heavy like illusion energy. Again, it could be like there were people around them that were like, no, like, this is not your person. Like, judgmental family members. I'm getting like a mother figure potentially. Mother energy, mother wounds that cause them to walk away, but they're coming back now like, hey, I've done the work, or I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to do the work. I want you to also help me do the work while I also help protect you so that you can nourish and heal. Like, they really do understand, it seems like, the give and take of this relationship in a way that they didn't understand before. They didn't understand your capacity for healing and nurturing and all of that stuff. Like, they saw it, but they didn't realize the true value in it. Like, it was hidden underneath the cloak. Like, they didn't realize it, but now it's like so obvious to them that it's like, you're the one. Like, and it's like, it's not that they want you to heal their trauma. It's that they know that just being in proximity to you will do that for them. And they want to do whatever it takes to keep you in proximity. So they're going to, and it doesn't feel like manipulative, where like before it might have been a little bit manipulative. It might have been a little bit toxic before. Not like heavily like, you know, things that can't be forgiven, but just a little bit toxic, a little bit controlling. Where now they're, instead of controlling you and being like, I'm getting to, like, I'm remembering, like, kind of like a gold digger type energy where they're like, oh, you just want me for this, like, that's it. And then you're like, no, like, I can provide for myself, I can do all these things, like, this is what, like, I just want to, you know, is equal give and take. But it was giving they were too much in their ego. They weren't recognizing you for who you are. And they want, essentially what they're trying to say, like, it's so convoluted, but it's like, I think the reason that there's so many cards and it's so not specifically one-threaded clear is that the twin flame journey and all of that type of energy, like, it isn't like a singular thing. There's not, like, there's past lives and there's energetic threads that some people can't even see, like, but this is the energy that it's sort of looking like. I can't obviously confirm or deny it for sure, like, y'all are the only ones who can confirm that, but it's just giving very much so ascended masculine, recognizing the divine feminine, and now being like, fuck, like, this is what I want, this is what I need that, how do I get that, how do I protect that, how do I honor that? Yeah, they want you to know, like, I see you. Baby, you a star. Is that from Luther? I don't know. But I'm hearing the song Luther in my head. SZA and Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say on this one. It's just, it's giving, I see you, I recognize you as my divine counterpart. That's what they want you to know. That's how they're seeing you. That's how they see you. They recognize you as the divine feminine, as their divine counterpart. Anyway, I hope that helped, pile 3. Thank you. Subtle magnetism. I don't know where this is coming from, but subtle magnetism. Like, they feel it. But they also, okay, I guess we're not done, but they also might be thinking, like, is this for real? Like, is this really real? Because it seems like they kind of recognize it in the beginning, but, like, they're like, is this real? Is this real? They don't know, but they recognize it. But they're like, do they also see it? Does pile 3, does collective also see and also recognize this? Telepathy. Telepathic communication. Communication via music. Cars. Corporate. Anyway, that's all I got for you, pile 3. 444 on the timer. But thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah. Oh, I hope that helped. I hope it helped. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Pile 2, the description of your oracle cards for the Amenti Oracle, those will be in the description, as well as I'll have the timestamps in the description as well. I'm sure I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, because probably won't watch till the end of the video, but that's okay. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if you'd like more videos like this one. Alright, bye.